Hey folks, today I wanted to talk a little bit about leadership, a particular idea about leadership. Now, what I'm about to offer you is not the be-all and end-all, right? There have been millions and millions and millions of pages written about being a leader. There's been millions of pages written about being a Christian leader. In the next 5 or 6 minutes, I just want to offer one aspect. I had a conversation a couple of days ago about this, about what does it mean to be an effective leader in the parish? What does it mean to be an effective rector, an effective priest? What does it mean to be effective at leading a church or a parish? And that conversation with those folks, it reminded me of an interview that I did when I was in seminary, when I was preparing to graduate. I interviewed a guy by the name of Mark Marshall. He's an Anglican priest in Halifax. And I asked Mark, what does a person have to do? What should I focus on in order to be successful in rural ministry? I knew that I was going to be coming out into rural Nova Scotia, and so I wanted to do whatever I could to prepare for that eventuality. And what Mark said, it's stayed with me forever. I've probably said it on this channel a few times, so I beg your indulgence, but what he said is, it comes down to, don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. Somebody hurts you, that's horrible. Don't be a jerk. Somebody lies to you, somebody steals from you, somebody takes something away from you, somebody accuses you, somebody runs a power trip on you. That sucks. Don't be a jerk. People love you, don't be a jerk. People praise you, don't be a jerk. People hate you, make fun of you, just don't be a jerk. Just keep that in mind, just don't be a jerk. Now, when I asked him to expand upon what does it mean not to be a jerk, Mark said that for him, one of the things he always tried to do was make sure that as the parish priest, first and foremost, he was always a member of the parish, a good member of the parish, an active, volunteering participant in the life of the parish, beyond just being the rector, beyond just holding the seat of power. Mark always did his best to make sure that he was an active member of the congregation throughout the day-to-day life of the congregation. Now, this does a couple of things. The first is that it shows the congregation that you care about them. It shows the congregation that you're involved. It shows the organization that what they think matters. And the more you can show an organization or a community or a congregation that what they think matters, the more they are willing to trust you. And so there's that aspect, that being a part of the community, being a part of the congregation, being a member of the society, whatever it happens to be that we're talking about here, while being a member, by showing the membership that you are a member, it allows them to build up some trust in you. And so that definitely helps, right? It helps change their minds about you. It helps offer them an image about you and I, about the leadership. But it's something much more than that. It's something much deeper than that. Becoming a real, active, lively participant in the organization, in the membership, in the congregation, in the community, also allows the leader to experience the community in a way that informs the leader about what the community needs. It informs the leader about where the community wants to go. What is most important to the community? What does the community love? What does the community cherish? What does the community see as valuable? What are their ideals? What are their morals? How do they see themselves? It allows the leadership an opportunity to empathize with the community that they have been called to lead. Being an active member of the community changes the leadership. I mean, all your characteristics should still be there. All the gifts and skills and talents that you have that have helped you rise to the position of leadership, they're still there. But how you see the organization will change. How you see the mission of the organization will shift. How you see the organization living up to the mission that they say they want to live, it changes. To be an effective leader, we must know our people. We must know our community. We must know our organization. We must know our congregation. We must be able to speak their language. We must be able to speak to them in a way that they can appreciate. Asking them to do something, even though they say they want to do it, may not be enough. We may need to ask them to do it in ways that are unique to them, in a language that is unique to them. We can't do that unless we know them, unless we know them deeply. And we can't possibly know them deeply if we see ourselves as set apart, if we see ourselves as something apart from the community. Don't be a jerk, and be a good member of the group before you take on being a leader of the group. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that as you and I are called into moments and opportunities of leadership, that we will focus our energies first on becoming visible, active, healthy members of the community. Amen.